Here's something that you may not realize. Some of the food you eat every single day could actually harming your fertility. Now, even food that seems healthy, like a salad, your morning coffee, or even a cheat night, a glass of wine, might be working against your egg as well as your partner's sperm quality. So in today's episode, I will walk you through the 5 fertility killing foods you probably eat without realizing it and what to do instead to protect your fertility starting today. Hi there, welcome back to today's episode. I'm so excited you are here with me. I'm Caffeine, the founder of Pristine Fertility and a certified fertility dietitian. And I'm here to help you to improve your egg health and fertility via evidence-based nutrition so you can stop guessing and start boosting your chances of conceiving. Now, before we begin, please subscribe to our channel as over 95% of our viewers haven't yet subscribed to our channel. Your subscription really helps us to continue creating this weekly evidence-based episode to support your fertility journey. All right, let's talk about the food that might be silently sabotaging your fertility, even if the rest of your lifestyle looks perfect. So number 1, fruits and vegetables that are high in pesticides. Now, this one shocks a lot of people because fruits and vegetables are supposed to help with your fertility, right? And they do, don't get me wrong, only if they are cleaned. But many conventional grown produce items, especially in the United States, have been tested to carry pesticide residues that act as an endocrine disruptor. It can interfere with ovulations, hormone balance, and even early embryo development. You see, a Harvard study found that women who ate most high pesticides fruits and vegetables had a 26% lower chances of pregnancy and 41% lower chances of live birth rate during their IVF treatment. And newer study also shows a very similar pattern. So pesticide exposure can also increase miscarriage risk by 41%. What the researcher also found that it can damages egg maturity and disrupt early DNA expression in the embryo. There's also another recent report showing that there are some association link between produce high in pesticide residue and reduced women ovarian function. And the biggest offenders? Foods such as strawberry, spinach, apple, grapes, and blueberries are all on the latest Dirty Dozen list, which is the top 12 fruits and vegetables were most contaminated with pesticide. And pesticide were found on 96% of the sample of all 12 types of this produce. So here's what you can do instead. So number 1, really prioritize on items that are listed in this Dirty Dozen list and prioritize on choosing organic for the Dirty Dozen if your grocery shopping budget allows. And if organic isn't accessible or food budget constraint, what I want you to do as well is to try soaking your produce for about 10 to 15 minutes in a solution of 1 tablespoon of baking soda per 2 cups of water. Later study also shown that baking soda is one of the most effective and safe natural washes, removing almost 90% of pesticide residue, even just in 15 minutes, right? And remember, small swap matter. So I don't expect you to eliminate 100% of pesticides because that is just impossible. But what I want you to start doing today is definitely reducing your pesticide exposure by starting from a few items that can really make a difference.
Trying to get pregnant but nothing is working? You might be making one of these 3 common mistakes and even not knowing it. Number 1, cutting out too many foods. Your body needs fuel to grow healthy eggs, not a restrictive diet. Number 2, you might be only taking a basic preconceptions multivitamin. Sometimes that's not enough. You may need extra support to help to recharge your egg health as well as your egg quality. Number 3, not realizing everyday products can mess with your hormones, such as plastic or even the makeup and facial products that you use that can also affect your egg quality. The good news is you can absolutely fix this. Make sure you take the free fertility quiz now to find out what is holding you back and what are the action steps you can take. Visit the link in the description box now and take the free fertility quiz right now.
All right, let's chat about point number 2, the second biggest fertility killing food, which is food that is high in inflammation, that's often associated with excess red and processed meat consumption. So now, inflammation a little is normal, but chronic inflammation can quietly damages egg health, disrupt implantation, as well as increasing miscarriage risk. So one of the biggest drivers in terms of food are known to be excess red and processed meat consumption. Now, there was a study published in 2024 found that women eating the most red and processed meat, especially in the early phase of their pregnancy, had almost double the risk of gestational diabetes. And again, it's a condition also linked with inflammations and insulin resistance. Another study in Spain also showed very similar pattern. Women consuming red meat most frequently was significantly also experience infertility, and the researcher likely linked this association due to the chronic inflammation as well as the body oxidative stress. So here's what you can do instead. Now, if you do enjoy red meat, you can still enjoy red meat, but of course we want to limit the consumption down to about 1 to 2 servings per week, which is roughly about 300 grams per week, equivalent to 1 or 2 servings of steak. Or if possible, it is also ideal to choose grass-fed meat whenever possible, and to swap processed meat like bacon, sausages, salami for something else like a fish, oily fish that are rich in omega-3, or a bit more plant-based source of protein like lentils, beans, or even eggs. Now, don't forget to, of course, load it up with lots of anti-inflammatory good fat, such as olive oil or avocado, like I say, salmon, as well as nuts. So I want you to remember your fertility thrives when your body is calm and not chronically inflamed.
You can't control how many eggs you were born with or how age affects the quantity. But here's the good news. You can definitely influence your egg health. So over the next 90 days, the eggs preparing for ovulation are directly impacted by what you eat, how you live, how you manage stress, your hormone balance, and even the inflammation and oxidative stress in your body. That means your daily choices matter more than you have been told. Hi, I'm Catherine, the fertility dietitian, and I want you to know that you don't need to pause the clock. You just need to give your body the right tool and support to protect the eggs you still have. Want to learn more? Make sure you grab my free fertility e-guide now and discover the 10 powerful strategies to optimize your egg health naturally starting today. Click the link in the description box and grab your copy now.
Now, moving on, number 3, ultra-processed carbs and sugary food. So let's talk about sugars and highly processed carbs, right? Because they are really, really sneaky. So when blood sugar spikes and crashes repeatedly, your insulin level can go haywire. And that can also directly influence your women's body hormone, disrupt ovulation, as well as impacting on your egg quality. So high sugar diet also can cause endometrial cell damage, hence make embryo implantation harder. So once again, here's what you need to do. I love to give you practical action. So starting today, really think about how often you have those very highly processed food that contains large amount of sugar in those food items. And think back, how can you include more whole food, right? So choosing whole food, good quality carbs, like raw oats or quinoa or black rice. They are just some of the examples of a better quality carbs of whole food. And always pair your carbs with good quality protein and healthy fat to help to stabilize the sugar level, as well as replacing any sugary snack like a 3 p.m. craving with perhaps a serving of fruits and with a handful of nuts. And don't forget to keep your vitamin D check as well. Make sure they are in the optimum range. And myo-inositol can both help to optimize your blood sugar control and insulin sensitivity. And remember, your hormone really crave for stability, right? So when your blood sugar comes, your cycle, your hormonal balance can also become as well. Moving on, tip number 4. Now, alcohol. Alcohol is incredibly important as well, a factor to consider whether you can drink some alcohol or you need to totally avoid. Now, here's what I want you to know though. Even a very small amount of alcohol can affect fertility, not just for women, but also for male partner, right? So there was a study actually found that couples who drank excessive amount of alcohol, especially during the IVF treatment, had lowered the live birth rates, and again, likely due to the oxidative stress as well as the impact of DNA damage. Now, the issue is not just women. So for fathers, right, who are known to be heavy drinkers before conception can also increase the risk of pregnancy complication as well by over 20%. So here's what I often advise my client to do. Of course, once a while, an occasional drink may not be hurting, but it is always best to avoid alcohol consumption when you are actively trying to conceive or you are doing the IVF cycle. And try alcohol-free beverages or switch to mocktail on special occasions only. And remember, your liver is your natural hormones filter, so you want to protect your liver like gold. Now, lastly, caffeine and the risk of miscarriage. So coffee can be very comforting for some, I get it, but I just want to share with you that the latest research shows that caffeine, even in moderate amount, can heighten the risk of miscarriage, especially in the early phase of pregnancy. So this is something that I've consistently shared with a lot of you here, as well as my private coaching client. And what is interesting that there was a latest study found in 2025. So this year found that even just under 200 milligram of caffeine intake, so that's roughly about 1 to 2 coffee a day, was linked to higher miscarriage and stillbirth risk, right? Because again, caffeine can be, crosses the placenta and build up in the fetal tissue. And this is nothing new. This has been documented well enough in the last couple of years of evidence as well. And there was also another Swedish study confirmed there's a dose-dependent link, and just by having 2 to consuming 3 cups a day of caffeine can also double the risk of miscarriage risk, right? So here's what I want you to do. Think about if you are someone enjoying your coffee more than, 2 cups a day, perhaps now is the time to drop back to below 2 cups. Or even better, sticking to about 1 small cup of coffee daily. Of course, if you're thinking about completely, avoid caffeine, that is fine as well. So you can definitely swap to decaf beverages like fruit-infused tea that's totally caffeine-free, or you can even try like chicory coffee as well. And lastly, don't forget, some of the energy drink or even soft drink may also contain caffeine, and do check your supplements, especially any, powder protein supplement as well. Sometimes it can be also hidden with caffeine in there. And remember to stay hydrated by drinking enough water, because dehydration can also affect cervical mucus quality too. And as a gentle reminder, we don't want to aim for perfection, but we do want to aim for small, consistent changes to help your body to create a much more calmer environment to support egg health, proper growth of egg, as well as the egg quality and implantation, so you can boost your chances of pregnancy. So let's recap the 5 fertility killing food you need to watch out for. So number 1, pesticide heavy produce. Number 2, assess red and processed meat intake. Number 3, sugary or very highly processed loaded food. Number 4, alcohol. And lastly, too much caffeine. And remember, this isn't about cutting everything out. Like I say, small consistent swap can make a huge difference in your fertility over time. Now, if you found today's video helpful, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe, or even better, share it with someone else who also on the same journey. And don't forget to grab all your freebie in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode. Bye for now.